Hello, this is Act the Fool 44. I'm going to give you day 1 of the preseason. And I know I should wait till all the games are done, but I can't. I just feel like talking my mind, plus none of you guys are going to really watch this, so it's just like me talking, right? I should get a life. No, I'm kidding. I actually have a life. I don't know why I do this so much. Just whenever I have free time. Okay, New England versus Jacksonville. I'm a Jacksonville fan. I want Jacksonville to win this. I'm a big Jacksonville fan. I was just overall hoping that they would win. It was between Hoyer and Mallett. It was a tough competition. They were really battling it out. Mallett did good. Hoyer did good. You know, if you're a player under Bill Belichick, you're going to do good. He knows how to get the best of all players. All right, and I love that. Bill Belichick's probably one of the best coaches. Taylor Price, something like that, he really excelled. Explosive player, just a basic wide receiver, which they can use, you know. I would keep him. And let's say Ochocinco or Russ Welker gets injured. Put in Price. Not too much happened that excelled to me. A few good defensive guys, Hamlin, Butler, Fletcher. I find that the running game in preseason right now, lockout really affected. It looks slow pace, doesn't look full steam ahead, you know. But whatever. That's all I can tell you about this game. Sorry guys, I didn't watch it. I'm just basing off what I seen. Baltimore and Philly. I had this channel for a bit, but I live in Canada, so it kind of like messed up and went to another channel. But from what I seen, very happy. I was scared that our starting lineup against Baltimore lineup would get killed because we don't have Deshaun Jackson or Jeremy Maclin. I knew Avant is excelling, and there's a couple good wide receivers, but you know what? I was still scared. But we threw to Ed Reed's way, basically, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, holy crap, it's Riley Cooper. He messed up in the playoffs. It's going to be a pick if Vic underthrows this. He's on the run. He was scrambling to his left, so it's a little better. But it was a nice throw. Riley Cooper used his height, which I need him to do. I need him to jump at the ball, get the ball, not like what he did where the ball was underthrown and he didn't go get it. You got the height. You know, I hope they're teaching him that shit because he needs it. Yeah, but he did good. You know, that was a good catch. I think he's going to do good for a 4th string or a 5th string. Tyrod Taylor, I'm a big fan. Virginia Tech fan. If you don't know, if you watch my other video, you probably know. I think I mentioned it. Yeah, but Tyrod Taylor rushed for a lot of yards, threw for a lot of yards, led the team, really, threw a few interceptions, but, you know, he's nervous. It's his first game. Give him a break. I guarantee he's going to be a great 2nd string, can replace Mark Bulger. Hopefully he gets traded to a team where he can be a starter later on in his career. I'd really like that. Not a lot of rushing from anybody here either. Yeah, not a lot. Vince Young. Whatever. It was basically the 2nd stringers, this one. Chad Hall really got a few touches. That's what he does. He gets open, he gets catches. That's all we need. He gets first downs. Harper, that's the guy that I was talking about in my Philly video. That's the free agent, I think. No, he's not. He had 1 year in New Orleans, eh? But, yeah, he had 4 catches for 30 yards. Not too bad, I guess. Can't say much. Defensively, we all look good. Trent Cole really liking Jim Washburn's defensive line coordination. Got a sack and 2 tackles. Same with Darrell Tapp. 2 sacks and 2 tackles. So there's a couple sacks. Hunt, Landry, couples. Like, you can tell we're mixing up with the blitzes. That's just their coaching. Coaching's doing that, so I like it a lot. Me like it. That's all I can say about Vince Young looking good. Mike Kafka, this is what I wanted. I'm like, Kafka is a leader. He can throw. He's good. Look at this. 13 for 19, 132 yards. That's a first down every throw pretty much. Oh, yeah, it is. 1 interception. Whatever. Mike Vick looking good. Can't complain. 4 completion, 4 to 6, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. He's looking good. Yeah, I knew he was going to look good. I thought he needs to keep his rhythm, and he did. All right, so he did good. Vince Young looking good, as best as you want from a second stringer, I guess. So yeah, that's all I can say about them, really. This is just a review. I'll probably give it like I'll probably do a Seahawks like full review. I watched the San Diego and Seattle, and it was a great game. I really was on my feet the whole time. Charlie Whitehurst, I want this guy. I thought he was going to be the starting guy. You know, I didn't know. It was unexpected that they brought in Travaris Jackson, but he's accurate. 14 for 20, 115 yards, no interceptions. He brought them down for a touchdown twice, I'm pretty sure. He didn't throw the touchdown, but he brought them all the way down. That's what counts, I guess. Really accurate. He found a rhythm, and they didn't even have Sidney Rice or Mike Williams. And they only had Zach Miller for a bit. I want to see Zach Miller catch a few balls, man. I want to see how he's going to work in Tom Cable's lineup. But yeah, Whitehurst, I hope Travaris Jackson proved a little more to me than I expected. 3 for 5, 13 yards. He was accurate, but he needs to know how to throw it. So he just kind of had the same pace of throw, if you know what I mean, or just like when you're throwing with a friend. And you need to launch it so they can get upfield, and the defense doesn't have as much time to react, you know. But he's so concentrating on being accurate. And Sidney Rice was right. He's scared to mess up. He's scared to not be a leader, and that shows. He's really nervous. I think Pete Carroll, out of all coaches, can get that out of him and just say, "Hey, I picked you to be number one. You know, this is why. I've seen this clip. I've seen this clip. I've seen you do this in training camp. Just play like you do in training camp." I don't know if he's doing good in training camp. I don't watch it. I only watch Phillies sometimes. But you know what? But I thought I thought the quarterback position was dead for the Seattle Seahawks. I was like, okay, they're gonna wait a year. But they got 3 contenders. I knew Charlie Whitehurst would be a guy, but I didn't think he was gonna be the guy. He looks like he can be the guy right now. Josh Portis, I think his name is, or John Portis. He was really inaccurate at the start. Just uncomfortable. Just looks like, okay, I'm not going to make the team or something, or, you know. But 1 touchdown, a lot of rushing yards, I'm pretty sure. No, only 4 for 7 yards. But, yeah, he looked good, accurate at the end. He got upfield. I'm hoping Travaris Jackson can be the second stringer and just get better, you know. But I think if he can find that confidence inside of him, he'll get there. Rushing, this Clayton guy, wasn't a big fan. Like, he just didn't look like a full back, maybe a third down back. He had this one nice run for 25 yards. Leon Washington, to me, looked like the best out of all these guys. They looked like they have a hard time out of all the running backs. But you know what? They're going to fix that probably. They're just a little confused because they have a whole new system. You got Tom Gable. I want to talk about that. Tom Gable. He was the head coach for Oakland, and he got Zach Miller and Robert Gallery. So they're really familiar with the system. 2 head coaches in one team. He's only offensive line, but you know, it's double the mind. He at the start, the line looked a little shaky, the starting lineup, because they're all different. They showed how like different the lineup is from last year to this year. I look a little confused, but at the end, when he got everyone in the system, they got used to it, and the Chargers were blitzing like crazy. I mean, like crazy. But Seattle was just adapting to it at the end. But so they got smart. They eventually picked up the blitz. They could have done it a little earlier, but whatever. Receiving, they had good receivers out there. Just everyone getting out there, getting involved, fighting for positions. Defensively, they really controlled the middle to me. It doesn't matter if it was a catch, they were there. And their D-line was really explosive, really controlling. The corners, they have the 6'4" corner. They know how to jab, stab, whatever, back up. They were controlled. The safeties look a little hesitant and just look like they're reading the first step and then just go, and then they weren't there. as they should be. You know, you gotta flow more when you're a safety. But I'm talking too much about Seattle. Phillip Rivers looking like a boss. You know, I really like Phillip Rivers. If you guys don't know, I think he's probably the best quarterback. He's tied for a few guys with me. 5 for 6, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. His deep ball accuracy is crazy. Really liking it. This Tolzien guy, didn't like him. I have not much to talk. Volek looking like a leader. I think he did all right. Rushing, they did decent with Todman. I'd like to see a bit more from everyone. But Vincent Jackson having a great comeback. I really like this. This is a good guy. Walters, he got a kick return, looking good. But one of the biggest talks I want to talk about is this Gamble guy. 7 tackles, 1 assist tackle, and 1 sack. This guy was everywhere. He got offside a few times, but he did great, really great. He was deadly. We controlled him a bit with us Seahawks, but you know what? Whatever. Okay, I gotta move on here, so guys. It's probably gonna be. We might make a part 2. Denver and the Cowboys. Brady Quinn, looking like Brady Quinn, I guess. He threw for a lot of yards. That counts. Tim Tebow just really competing at that starting spot. He did good. I like Tim Tebow. He's really ready to take this role. Sam McGee did good. Or Steve, I don't know, S. McGee. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing. Marino looked good. They all kind of look good. McGahee, I'm really excited for this guy to be a second stringer. This guy was really great at his prime at Baltimore. They're gonna have the 2-back set, and good coaching from the new coach. He wants a 2-back set like he did in Carolina, and he's gonna get it with McGahee, and he's gonna have a good career, I think. I'm gonna talk to you guys in part 2 because this is getting too long. So watch the second part.